3, 2, 1.
20 seconds left on my clock.
20 seconds. Oh, we're are we online?
No, we can start.
Okay.
Whenever you start,
Okay, we'll give it a go. Welcome everybody to the meeting of Pūroro Hātepe, the Regulatory Processes Committee, and I declare the meeting open, and I'll now read the opening karakia. Whakatata te hau ki te uru, whakatata te hau ki te tonga, kia mā kina kia uta, kia mā taratara kia tai, he ake ana te atakura, he tio, he hoka, he hauhu, ti hei Māori ora. So welcome to today's regulatory processes meeting. No pressure on me in taking over from Malcolm. I'd just like to pay tribute to Malcolm's running of the regulatory processes meeting for the last 2 terms, and I'm very saddened that due to ill health and he's not with us, and I wish him well for the future. I just hope that he has health and happiness and all the rest in the years to come. And he's done a great job for the Wellington City Council and for Wellington, and particularly the Northern Ward, Takapau. So please note that the meeting's being live streamed. If anybody needs to leave, please let myself or Sean from Democracy Services know. The same old story. I move that, or are there any other apologies? Well, there are. There's Mayor Foster, Deputy Mayor Free, and Councillor Condi for their absence. I move the motion that we accept their apologies. Do I have a seconder? Oh, thanks, Councillor Matthews. We'll take it in turns today. I now put the motion, which has been moved and seconded, if we just obviously just do what we do. And I think that should be unanimous. Do I call on any members in respect of conflicts of interest that they may have in relation? There are none. So we just move to the confirmation of the minutes. I'll just ask for I'll move that, and if I can have a seconder for that would be great. Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Councillor O'Neill. That would be lovely. Moved and seconded, and we'll just do the little voting bit again. Thank you. And sorry. Yeah. So items not on the agenda. There are no items not on the agenda, and there are no requests for public participation. So we can just move on. And if I could just ask, is Maria and Sean about? Sean Wilcock? If you both could just introduce the recommendations. Thank you.
Kia ora, thank you. The recommendations that we have, we did have 2 in the agenda. Unfortunately, the organisers of the Ultimate Soiree, they've cancelled the event, regrettably, and this is due to the COVID restrictions. Not the first event that we've seen closed because of this. So this leaves the only event that we seek approval for is the Polish Christmas, which is an outdoor market. So that's on the 20th of November. And there's an amendment to the paper that we're seeking to add in the 4th of December as a COVID cancellation alternative date. So the organisers are hopeful that they can get the event running under current circumstances.
Thank you. And you're okay with that cancellation date? That's all good?
Yeah, we are. There was a slight concern around public advertising, so we've put it out in social media channels. We just haven't put out the only part that was lacking was the Dominion post, but we believe sort of the risk is minimal. we're ensuring that the organisers are in good dialogue with all of the impacted parties nearby as well.
Okay, well, thank you. Councillors, do we have any questions of officers? No. We'll just put this to debate and to the vote, I think. Oh, yeah, we've got, Liz, it's your turn to second.
Yeah, but I just had a question too, though. Can we
sure.
see the, because there's a new amendment, so can that come up on the screen? Because the recommendation to what's on the paper is different, eh?
Yeah, it essentially says, it's up there for you now.
Yeah, kapai. Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay. Is there any debate? I doubt that there would be, actually. All in favour?
Aye.
Yeah, vote accordingly, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's carried unanimously. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Maria and Sean, I think that the two of you, that was record. You did well.
Thank you.
Well done. Thank you.
Malcolm will be proud of us. So item 2.2 is a road stopping land adjoining 40 Avon Street in Island Bay. And we've got Paul. Paul, if you'd just like to introduce this paper, please.
Sure. Good morning. So the proposal is to stop and sell approximately 315 square metres of legal road land adjoining 40 Avon Street. At this point, what has been asked of the committee is to declare that land surplus and progress the road stopping process. It is publicly notified, and if there are objections that are sustained to that, then it would come back to the committee. Otherwise, after this point, the executive officer is delegated the authority to complete the process.
Thanks, Paul. Councillors, are there any questions? No. Okay. If I'm happy to move this paper, do I have a seconder? No. No seconder. I think Councillor O'Neill, it's your turn, isn't it? Yeah. Is there any debate? No. Okay. If we can vote accordingly, thank you. Thank you. That's carried. We've just got. Thank you very much, Paul. That actually beat the other guys.
Cheers.
Have a good day. Thank you very much. So we just have 2.3 and 2.4 action, the forward program and action tracking. I'd like to move these papers with the leave of the meeting together, unless there's any discussion over them. No. Do I have a seconder? Oh, it's Liz. Liz's turn. Yeah. Thanks, Liz. Is there any debate? No. Okay, we're really going to bash Malcolm's record, aren't we? If we could just vote accordingly, that would be great. That's carried. Thank you. And that's a great meeting, guys. Thank you very much. And if I could just ask...
So, Simon, I'm wondering if we could formally move a motion of thanks to Councillor Sparrow for his chairing.
Absolutely. Yeah. You'll move that. I'm happy to second that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And if anybody wants to speak as well, happy to, because I think that he may be watching. There's one person on YouTube.
Well, as the mover, I just want to say we loved your chairing. It was the most fun committee, and come and visit us often. We'd love to see you. Maybe come and do some public participation just for fun.
Thanks, Rebecca. Anybody else like to say something?
Well, I'd just like to say that this must be a record meeting, is it? For time.
We've had one that's quicker, so councillors, Officer Johnson has just told me that we've had one that Councillor Sparrow conducted in less than 10 minutes. So we're still.
It's great. It's great, Mr. Chairman, that the senior officer who's supposed to be on time and clock into this meeting has just turned up late and it's about to end. So that's.
Well, actually, Officer Liam, that's how I know that the Councillor Sparrow still holds the record, because I was in the same position as you. I arrived.
And it was over. Yeah.
It was over.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. I'm sorry. My apologies, councillors. I just had some matters to deal with for staff, but I know it was a short agenda anyway. So, and I gave Sean a heads up. It's all good, I think.
Yeah. Your fellow officers did you proud.
All right, kapai. Awesome.
Thanks, Liam. Liz.
Can I just say, Mr. Chair, though, I would like to just say something about Malcolm's service and thank him for his service. Many years in the Tawa. What's the area called? Is it the Northern?
Takapau.
Yeah. So just to thank him for that. So I was on, him and I were colleagues on Tawa College Board of Trustees for many years. And I haven't really had a chance to reconnect with him, but I do wish him well, and just him and his family, and just thank him on behalf of the community for the years of service that he has given to that area, but also to the Greater Wellington area.
Yeah, thanks, Liz. Terry.
Yeah, just to acknowledge in my time as a new councillor and coming onto the Regulatory Process Committee, Malcolm always handled things as a really kind person and made sure, even though our agendas were short, that we had pre-briefings and a whole range of other things. And of course, many successes under his belt for the Northern Ward, and that hopefully at the moment he's enjoying a cup of tea with his wife, Karen, and with Abby, the dog, at his feet. But yeah, hopefully we can carry on the legacy of continuing to make Reg's the best committee ever. And yeah, with Officer Johnson as well by his side.
Yeah, thanks, Terry. Liz, at Malcolm's farewell, he absolutely mentioned the fact that he enjoyed working with you on the Tawa College board, and was looking forward to working with you more. It was one of his regrets. From a personal perspective, I've found Malcolm to be just one of the best colleagues, and he's been a go-to guy and a mentor to me in lots of ways, because he's very quiet and reassuring, and he tempered me from time to time, which I was really grateful for. In respect of this committee and Pūroro Hātepe Regs, Malcolm chaired this committee so well, and in my time of council, there have been two people who have chaired committees in an exemplary fashion. One being Malcolm, and the other being Mark Peck, who chaired Audit and Risk, coming straight out of Parliament, and comparing Malcolm with Mark, it isn't a bad thing. I think that Malcolm was very diligent. These are very interesting meetings at Regs, and I think that we saw at the last meeting how well Malcolm handled the dog situation, and how considered, wise, and empathetic he was to all people that he dealt with, an absolute gentleman. Sean's worded a little motion that he's going to put on the screen for you, and so I hope, Rebecca, this is okay with you, and we'll just formalise it. So moved by Councillor Matthews, seconded by myself, and I think we've discussed and debated, and we'll yeah, and I'm sure that our colleagues would support that also. That those of us that are missing today, but they're in action. So so that's good. So we've concluded the meeting now, and if I could just ask Terry, Councillor O'Neill, if you would like to read the closing karakia, and thank you for offering to do so.
Anuhia, 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 ki te uru tapanui, kia wātia, kia māma, te nākau, te tinana, te wairua, e te ara takatu. Koe rā e rongo whakaria ake ki runga, kia wātia, ai rā ko wātia.
And beautifully read, Councillor O'Neill. Thank you. I close the meeting and wish you all a lovely day today, and we'll see you a little bit later. But yeah, thank you, and thank you to Officer Johnson, who guided me through this in the same exemplary fashion as he did with Councillor Sparrow. So yeah, enjoy the day, guys, and thank you, Liam, also.
And Officer Elise.
Oh, Officer Elise, yes, sorry. Yeah, that's the. She's upstairs. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for getting me there.
Happy day.
Yeah.